is hypothyroidism. So, ano nga ba ang hypothyroidism? So, ang hypothyroidism, also known as underactive thyroid, this is when the thyroid gland is unable to produce enough of the thyroid hormones, which is yung T3 and T4, also known as yung T3, which is yung triiodothyronine, and yung T4 is thyroxine. So, from the word itself, hypo, so low lang yung napoproduce ng thyroid hormones, ng thyroid glands na hormones, which is yung T3 and T4. So, ano nga ba ang thyroid? Ang thyroid ay nagpo-produce ng thyroid hormones, which are T3 and T4, which it plays a role in body metabolism, temperature regulation, and growth development. Itong T3 and T4 natin is used to digest food, stimulate sympathetic nervous system like alertness, responses, and also it regulates body temperature and it is for brain development. So may two categories ang hypothyroidism. First is primary hypothyroidism, which is most common type siya ng hypothyroidism, and it directly impacts your thyroid and causes it to make low levels of thyroid hormones. And next is secondary hypothyroidism. Rare type siya ng hypothyroidism and it prevents your pituitary gland from sending thyroid-stimulating hormone to your thyroid gland. So, ang pinagkaiba lang ng dalawang to, pag sa primary, yung thyroid gland mismo ang may problema, which is hindi nakakapag-produce ng T3 and T4 yung thyroid gland natin. Kapag naman sa secondary hypothyroidism, ang may problema dito is yung pituitary gland natin, which is si pituitary gland, it stimulates the TSH or yung thyroid stimulating hormones. Hindi siya nakakapag-produce ng thyroid stimulating hormones, so wala ding sasabi na magpo-produce si thyroid gland ng T3 and T4. So, possible na mababa yung T3 and T4 na may stimulate. Possible na nagkakaroon ng ganito is yung mga may problema sa pituitary gland. Like for example, if meron pituitary tumor yung patient or traumatic brain injury. So, para mas maintindihan natin maigi, kung paano na-produce yung T3 and T4 sa thyroid gland natin, so first is si hypothalamus. So, si hypothalamus, it release the TRH. TRH, so siya yung kapag nag-release kasi yon yung TRH is parang magsasabi din or parang sasabihin din ni pituitary gland na magre-release din siya ng thyroid stimulating hormones. So, kapag nag-release kasi yung thyroid stimulating hormones is magko-command din si thyroid gland na mag-release ng T3 and T4 or yung mga thyroid hormones natin. So, if ever na may nagka-problema sa mga yun, problema sa pituitary gland or doon sa may hypothalamus, so possible na magkakaroon ng hypothyroidism yung isang tao kasi walang mag-i-stimulate or walang magko-command sa thyroid gland na mag-stimulate ng T3 and T4. Next is mortality and morbidity ng hypothyroidism. About 5% of the global population has hypothyroidism and the mortality risk is 14% higher in individuals with hypothyroidism. High-risk groups include women, people over 60, those with autoimmune diseases, or yung Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So, mapag-uusapan natin mamaya yung Hashimoto thyroiditis. So, next. Common causes ng hypothyroidism. Ito nga yung Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So, um, itong Hashimoto's thyroiditis ay isa siyang autoimmune disorder na nakakaapekto sa thyroid gland. Ang ginagawa niya kasi is yung immune system ay naglalabas ng mga antibodies na nag-aatake sa thyroid gland. So, yung thyroid gland natin is nagiging inflamed dahil sa mga autoimmune response. So, yung thyroid gland ay hindi na nakakapag-produce ng sapat na T3 and T4 which can cause hypothyroidism sa isang tao. Next is yung low dietary iodine or iodine. So, eto, tandaan natin na ang thyroid ay hindi makakamake ng T3 and T4 without iodine. Which is, yung iodine kasi, nakukuha natin ito from food. Like for example, seafood, yung mga isda, yung mga seaweed. Ito kasi, kapag kumakain tayo ng ganito, kinukuha ni thyroid gland yung iodine para makapag-produce siya ng T3 and T4. Next is pituitary tumor. So, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, yung pituitary tumor, which is, yung pituitary gland is, siya yung nagpo-produce ng TSH or yung thyroid stimulating hormone. So, kapag nagka-problema dito is, yung thyroid gland is, hindi na siya makakapag-produce ng thyroid hormones. Next is thyroidectomy. Of course, mostly yung mga nagpa-thyroidectomy is yung mga may cancer, and also yung may hyperthyroidism. Siyempre, alam naman natin na kapag nawala yung thyroid natin, is wala na mag-produce ng thyroid hormones natin. So, next is the medication. So, sa medication, yung lithium and amiodarone, which is, ang lithium is ginagamit for bipolar disorder and si amiodarone is ginagamit for sa mga taong may problema sa puso. So, etong dalawang to kasi, ini-inhibit din nila yung TSH levels. And also, ini-inhibit din nila yung thyroid hormone release sa may thyroid gland, which is yung T3 and T4 natin. So, next is complication of having hypothyroidism. So, meron tayong tinatawag na mixed idiomahoma, the most severe form of hypothyroidism. So, rare siya, it occurs when thyroid hormone levels get very, very low. So, parang low. So, yung symptoms and signs of mixed idiomahoma include below normal body temperature, decreased breathing, low systolic blood pressure, low blood sugar, unresponsiveness, inappropriate or uncharacteristic moods. Next is pathophysiology. So, in pathophysiology, yung modifiable factors is iodine deficiency. So, wrong spelling yung deficiency and also yung mga therapy. So, sinabi ko naman kanina, kapag hindi sapat yung iodine or iodine na nasa katawan natin is hindi rin magiging sapat yung thyroid hormones na masisikret ni thyroid gland. Next is smoking, obesity, of course, radiation therapy, which is siya yung nagdudulot ng pagkasira ng thyroid gland natin, and of course, siya din yung nagpapababa ng production ng thyroid hormones natin. So, sinabi ko na rin kanina dito yung medications na lithium and amiodarone, which is sila yung nag-inhibit ng stimulation ng TSH and also yung thyroid hormones. Next is ulit yung radiation therapy. So, in non-modifiable factors, of course, genetic disorders, age, individuals over 60 years old because, syempre, pagbaba na rin ng production ng thyroid hormones. because of the function ng thyroid gland ng isang matanda. Next is sex. Um, More prone ang female kesa sa male because of hormonal imbalance din sa mga babae. Then, thyroidectomy. So, yung thyroidectomy, sinabi ko kanina na syempre, tatanggalin yung thyroid gland ng isang tao. So, wala nang magsisecrete ng thyroid hormones like yung T3 and T4. So, next is yung autoimmune disease, yung Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is autoimmune disease na kung saan is ina-atake niya yung thyroid natin. Ina-atake ng immune system yung thyroid natin, which nagkakaroon ng inflammation. So, possible na pwedeng maka-apekto yung function ng thyroid gland natin sa pag-produce ng thyroid hormones. Next is conditional defects. So, yung congenital defects or yung congenital hypothyroidism sa bata or yung tinatawag na cretinism. So, possible na hindi nabuo or hindi na-develop yung thyroid ng isang bata. So, possible itong mga to kapag na-expose or meron yung mga taong ganito, is possible na makaka-apekto dito sa pag-produce ng T3 and T4. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na si hypothalamus is magre-release siya ng TRH, which is thyrotropin releasing hormone. Na kung saan, kapag ni-release niya to, sasabihin din ng pituitary gland na magre-release siya ng thyroid stimulating hormone, which is magko-command si thyroid gland na magpo-produce din siya ng T3 and T4. So, kapag nagkaroon ng problema dito, tandaan na kapag ang TSH or yung thyroid stimulating hormone, parang ang normal function kasi niyan kapag normal yung nasisikip na TSH is magpo-produce din si thyroid gland ng T3 and T4. Ngunit kapag ang thyroid gland ay hindi gumana ng maayos, yung production ng T3 and T4 ay hindi tumataas at ang TSH ay patuloy na tumataas. Kaya kapag tumataas yung TSH ay isang senyales na yung thyroid gland ay hindi gumagana. Parang ganun siya. Kasi 'di ba, ang TSH is sinisecrete siya ng anterior pituitary para mag-command sa thyroid gland na mag-secrete ng thyroid hormones. So, kapag mataas yung TSH ng isang tao tapos kapag hindi tumataas yung T3 and T4 niya, sa thyroid gland yung sa thyroid gland yung may problema. So, parang ganun lang siya. So, kapag ganun is magkakaroon na ng signs and symptoms. Magkakaroon na ng fatigue yung patient, dry skin, maulit-ulit yung skin, goiter, puffy face, weight gain, cold intolerance. Kasi, di ba, ang thyroid hormones natin is sila yung regulate ng sila yung for thermoregulation. Constipation is we all know that thyroid hormones are for metabolism, and kapag low yung thyroid hormones natin is possible na magkakaroon ng constipation kasi low lang yung metabolism. Connected siya sa weight gain. Slow HR, BP, infertility, irregular menstruation, and miscarriage. So, ito yung mga possible na nursing diagnosis: activity intolerance due to weakness and tiredness, imbalanced nutrition more than body requirements due to slow metabolism and weight gain, risk for hypothermia due to poor heat regulation, impaired skin integrity due to dry, flaky skin and poor circulation, disturbed thought processes due to slow thinking and forgetfulness, And of course, used for constipation due to slow digestion and hard stool. Next is signs and symptoms. So, signs and symptoms, kapag sinabing hypo, which is low and slow. Kapag sinabing hyper, hyper, high. So, hot and high. Sa hypothyroidism is nagkakaroon ng dry hair. So, nagiging dry yung hair ni patient. Nagkakaroon ng puffy face. Both of them, hypo and hyperthyroidism, can have goiter, slow heartbeat, of course, weight gain and constipation because of low metabolism, and possible infertility. So, itong mga hypothyroidism na to is mga cold intolerance sila. So, in hyperthyroidism naman, nagkakaroon ng hair loss, bulging eyes, or what we call exophthalmia, goiter, fast heartbeat, weight loss, and diarrhea, and period can occur less often or with longer cycles. Kung si hypothyroidism ay cold intolerance sila because of low thyroid hormones, ang hyperthyroidism naman is heat intolerance sila because of high T3 and T4. So, ito lang yung nakita ko, yung itsura ng hypothyroidism na mother, nakita ko. And ito naman yung for infant, yung sinasabi kong cretinism, yung congenital hypothyroidism sa isang bata. Next is laboratory and diagnostic tests. So, first is thyroid blood test. A blood test measures the amount of thyroid-stimulating hormones, thyroxine, or the T4, and triiodothyronine, or the T3 in your blood. So, ang gawin dito is pwedeng kumuha ng dugo, yung pwedeng galing sa dugo. Ito, and pwedeng ma-determine kung ilan bang TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone, kung ilan ba yung T4 and T3 patient. So, kapag mababa, so possible na may hypothyroidism si patient. Next is thyroid ultrasound. It uses sound waves to determine the shape, size, and position of your thyroid gland. Next is thyroid uptake test, which is it measures how much radioactive iodine is taken up by your thyroid gland in a certain period of time. So, ito is iinom ng radioactive iodine si patient, and ito yung nagbibigay ng signal sa thyroid gland. So, nagbibigay ng signal sa thyroid gland para ma-determine kung ilang iodine yung nasa thyroid ni patient. Next is, in assessment, subjective, patient reports fatigue, feeling cold all the time, constipation, dry skin, and difficulty concentrating. Objective, lethargic appearance, slow speech, dry, coarse skin, brittle nails, bradycardia, which is meron siyang heart rate with 56 heart rate, mild facial puffiness, and weight gain. And lab result niya is TSH is 8.5 and T3 and T4 niya is low, which is ito TSH, which is indicated as high. So, diagnosis, activity intolerance due to weakness and tiredness, imbalanced nutrition more than body requirements due to slow metabolism and weight gain, risk for hypothermia due to poor heat regulation, impaired skin integrity due to dry, flaky skin, and poor circulation, disturbed thought processes due to slow thinking and forgetfulness, Next is, of course, risk for constipation due to slow digestion and hard stool. So planning, our goal is to improve energy levels and reduce fatigue, maintain a healthy weight through proper nutrition, regulate body temperature and prevent hypothermia. Next is enhance skin hydration and prevent dryness. So next is improve cognitive function and concentration. And lastly, promote regular bowel movements and prevent constipation. Nursing intervention is pharmacological and non-pharmacological. In pharmacological, administer prescribed thyroid hormone replacement. Mostly kasi na binibigay is yung levothyroxine. So, etong levothyroxine is kailangang iniinom siya uh, sa tamang oras. And mostly, iniinom siya before meals or before 30 minutes bago kumain yung isang pasyente. And make sure na huwag i-abrupt kaagad yung pag-inom ng ganito kasi possible na mag-relapse yung symptoms ng hypothyroidism. Next is, of course, monitor for side effects and effectiveness of medication. Educate the patient on proper medication adherence and timing. So, etong levothyroxine is kailangang inumin ng pasyente with an empty stomach. Next is doon sa non-pharmacological, encourage physical activity to boost energy and metabolism, provide a warm environment and suggest appropriate clothing for temperature regulation kasi cold intolerance yung mga taong may hypothyroidism. Next is offer skincare recommendations such as hydrating lotions. Then promote cognitive stimulation activities to improve mental alertness. Then next is advice on high fiber foods and increase water intake to prevent constipation kasi prone sa constipation ng mga taong may hypothyroidism because of lower thyroid hormones, which is ang thyroid hormones is for metabolism. Then of course, recommend increased intake of iodine-rich foods such as fish, dairy, seaweed to support thyroid function. So that's all. Thank you.